Shabbat Shalom. I think only 72% of the people responded, so let's try again. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
That was a solid A, so we're good. We have, as I was saying, most of the prayers in here, but for my 3 Benot Mitzvah students, you are going to be doing the Shema and Lema'an, no, the V'ahavta and Lema'an. So I'm not sure if that's entirely in here. Lema'an might have been added after, so you know where it is in the prayer book. It's somewhere after page 36. I commend the 3 of you for coming in time after time, and it's great to have the future members of the sisterhood at Temple Beth Or. So here's a reading by a woman named Marge Piercy. As the great doors of night are opening, we come into the clean, quiet room of Shabbat. Let us be thankful as we light these candles, which are coming up, like eyes of holiness for this moment of peace. Let us savor the fruit of the vine, the blood of the earth that quickens us. Let us be thankful for grain. Let us be thankful for fruit of grasses that feed the cow, the gazelle, and us. Let us be grateful for the children and the work of the week that are our own fruitfulness. Let us, as we eat, never forget that food comes from the earth. We must cherish and heal it through labor, which shows our respect for the earth. Shabbat Shalom. I am pleased to call forward the co-president of our synagogue, Sharon Kravitz.
Good Shabbos. So nice to see so many people here tonight. I guess we could thank the Dodgers for winning, because if not, who knows where most people would be watching the game. So anyway, so on behalf of myself and co-president Joe, who actually went to the parade, he's probably still making his way home from all the traffic, but we want to welcome you to Temple Beth Or. Thank you, Leslie Berger and the Sisterhood for our services tonight. Also, thank you to Sisterhood for the beautiful basket that will be donated to the Interfaith Food Council. And Rabbi, where'd Rabbi go? Oh, there's Rabbi. Thanks for sharing your bimah tonight. I appreciate that. Miranda and Danny, we're happy to have you guys with us tonight. Really looking forward to hearing both of you. Eileen and Laura, thank you guys for ushering tonight. And our amazing tech team back there, David, Chris, and Ryan, thank you very much. And running our YouTube chat is Helene and Brandy. So Shabbat greetings from the Magnella family. Thank you. Ted and Noel, singer Jeff and Wilma Shear, and Rita and Bob Rubin. Thank you guys. This Sunday at 2 p.m., our adult ed is holding an in-person and on Zoom discussion entitled Anti-Semitism, Where Are They Now? We're having 2 speakers, Matt Friedman from the ADL and Tammy Cohen from Hillel. You need to RSVP to the event. I'm sure Rita could also help you out back there. We're also what? Oh, I thought I said, okay. We are coordinating a food and wine pairing on November 10th from 4 to 6, open to anyone 21 years or older. Please check our website for all of the details. And in 2 weeks, on Friday night, we are having a invited guest speaker, Lee Winkleman, yes, sorry about that, from RAC, California, who will be speaking about what RAC is and our role in social justice. And this is the program that our children go to every year, so it might be nice to hear what he has to say. This year we are hosting the community Thanksgiving service on Sunday, November 24th. It's a wonderful opportunity to welcome the community to our temple. Hope to see you guys there. The emergency exits are back there behind me and straight ahead behind the tech table. Shabbat Shalom, have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to set your clocks back an hour, so extra hour of sleep. So, yay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. So Shabbat Shalom. As Sisterhood Religious Chair, I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual Pink Shabbat service in honor of breast cancer awareness. Thank you for wearing pink. We usually have the service in October. We've been a little busy in October. I'd like to thank all the Sisterhood members who volunteered to be part of this evening, and we'll be using this booklet as Rabbi mentioned, so we're not using the regular Siddur at all. Pages will be on the screen as well for people watching from home that can follow us. I'd like to thank Peggy Horowitz for all her input for this service. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here with us tonight. I also would like to welcome our WRJ Pacific Area Director and Sisterhood Past President, Flo Bornstein. Where are you? Who's with us tonight? Thank you for joining us. To all the readers, please pay attention to your page number. Join us on the bimah before your part comes up, so we're not waiting. Now I'd like to invite Eileen, Cher, Diana, Joyce, and myself to light the Shabbat candles. Please rise as you are able.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher keshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlin ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who fills our lives with holiness and commands us to bring light to Shabbat. I light a candle, a brightly shining flame, for all the ones who've gone before, remember each by name.
And I light a candle for those who live today, who suffer with uncertainty, praying one day for a change.
And I light a candle for those who are still yet to come, that they will never face pain when the battle has been won.
And I light a candle for victories today, for survivors who have fought the fight. We celebrate the day.
And I light a candle that one day we shall light no more, and offer up the simple prayer, praying one day for a cure.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lechadlik ner, lechadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Please be seated. Yes, my shirt is this bright. You don't have to adjust your TVs. You never think it will happen to you, what happens every day to other women. Then as you sit paging a magazine, its beauty lying idly in your lap, waiting to routinely be waved goodbye until next year, the mammogram technician says, "Sorry, we need to do this again." And you've already become a statistic. Citizen of a country where the air, water, and your estrogen have just saluted their target cells, planted their Judas kiss inside the Jerusalem of the breast. Here on the film, what looks like specks of dust is calcium deposits. Go put your clothes on in a shabby booth whose curtain reaches halfway to the floor. Try saying fear. Now feel your tongue as it cleaves to the roof of your mouth.
No one fight alone. When I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer stage 3 on December 13th, 2023, I felt that my world stopped in a second and thousands of questions came to my mind. I only had 1 minute to get myself together. Thanks to my family, especially to my mom, for being my strength in this whole process. Without her story, would not be the same. Remember, you are not alone. There's a lot of help in which you can take refuge. Surround yourself with people who love and value you, help a lot in your process. It has helped me to keep fighting for my life. Not every day will be the same. One day you will be fine. Others you will feel tired, and others with a lot of anxiety and questioning everything. But remember that this is a hard stage in life. By Delanish Maldonado, Survivor. Peggy? And Sandy.
Well, the friend who can be silent with us in a moment of despair or confusion, who can stay with us in our hour of grief and bereavement, who can tolerate not knowing, not curing, not healing, and face us with the reality of our powerlessness. That is the friend who cares.
I am no longer afraid of mirrors where I see the sign of the Amazon, the one who shoots arrows. There was a fine red line across my chest where a knife entered, but now a branch winds about the scars and travels from arm to heart. Green leaves cover the branches, grapes hang there, and a bird is singing. And a bird appears. What grows in me now is vital and does not cause me harm. I think the bird is singing. I have relinquished some of the scars. I have designed my chest with the care given to an illuminated manuscript. I am no longer ashamed to make love. Love is a battle I can win. Sorry, guys, you know. I have the body of a warrior who does not kill or wound. On the back of my body, I have permanently inscribed a tree.
Please rise as you are able. Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma boteach she'arim uvivona mishanechi tim umachaliv et hazmanim umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotechem barakia kiratzono borei yom v'layla golel or mifnei choshech v'choshech mifnei or Umavir yom umavi laila, umavil ben yom uvin laila, Adonai Sevaot Shemo, El Chai v'kayam, Tamidim roch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai chama ariv aravim.
Try to find the moments in your day that give you joy and give you happiness, because there's still time to laugh and life is going on.
We did not ask for this. We did not set our platters before death and beg, please, if you will, more suffering. We did not make secret pacts with ourselves in the night, urging them to darker deeds. We did not stand in the middle of the field and call the lightning down. Somehow, we were chosen as oaks before they are felled as fruit crushed into wine, and so it is. So let us choose to unearth what was once lost to us, display it sparkling on our persons, to unlock, unbar those doors that shield us from one another, to welcome ourselves home again, grow warm before the fire, laugh at the lightning, savor the wine.
Please rise as you are able.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. I gave you the page of that extra part of the prayer. Yeah, I added the prayer on here.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושנתן לבניך ודיברת בם בפשיטך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Dreams of Being a Cowgirl by Carrie Kostama. I'm in chemotherapy for metastasized breast cancer. When I go into remission, I will wear cowgirl boots with tooled flowers, jeans that fit, but not too tight, and a leather jacket with a 6-inch fringe. I will have a Western shirt embroidered with silver beads and brightly colored threads. I will sing Emmylou Harris songs and laugh and cry at the keyboard. I will go to rodeos and horseshoes, travel to the desert, and ride in Appaloosa among the Saharas. I will hear the rhythm of the horses' hooves on the trail, and in the barn, smell the hay. I will lie by the side of a slow summer river and let the horses drink as the water pures by. I will feel the wind in my hair and take in the heat of the valley on my face. I will live in sunshine and sleep below enormous night skies. I will drink milk and margaritas, sleep until dawn, and rise with the light.
Hope. Hope is a thing with petals smiling towards the sun, a yellow beam of light streaming across the dark room. Hope is a rose with no petals, bursting into full bloom. Hope is what we wish for, a paintbrush poised over pristine paper, rainbow palette in hand. Hope is a rope we cling to when the ground gives way beneath our feet. Hope is waking up to see morning's hazy first light, the new dawn unfolding. Hope is joy and dreams, what just could be, shafts of sun peeking through a cloudy day.
Hope is taking a baby step to reach the summit, knowing you can survive anything and everything. Hope is embracing life, believing in the wonder when there's nothing left. Hope is what we are grateful for, a caring voice on the phone, a letter from a friend, a family to love, a walk hand in hand with your lover. Hope is a tiny shard of light escaping a crack beneath the door, a willingness to cross a threshold to worlds unknown, open to endless possibilities.
Please rise as you are able.
לעשות את השבת Sheshet Yamim, Asa Adonai, et Hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Hashabat la'asot et Hashabat ledoratam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, ve'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam.
Please be seated.
Would you like to know your future? If your answer is yes, think again. Closer? Okay. Not knowing is the greatest life motivator. So enjoy, endure, survive each moment as it comes to you in its proper sequence, a surprise. Each day, every breath, a blessing. Crepe myrtle burst in brilliance array. Night jasmine incense still wafts through the air. Wearing my pink emblem t-shirt, on clockwork, I travel for my annual mammogram. Squeezed and flattened, I endure. Stoically, the technician informs me, your physician will be sent the results. A dawning sun appears with a halo. The medical clerk calls, requesting I come in. My doctor discloses the X-ray denotes a tumor. A date for a biopsy is decided upon. Bawling solo in the car home, I suffer a severe fear of portending death. But my children absorb nothing of my ordeal. Filled with life, they play and laugh. The constant, distressing dread I keep to myself, yet each night holds terror. In solitude, I sob in darkened dreams.
The sky gray and weeping rain, my surgery appointment arrives as a calming mantra, silently within my mind. I pray the Shema over and over. An indigo dye is injected into my breast. The surgeon informs me it definitely appears to be cancer. Resigned to this recent reality, I prepare to wake from anesthesia breathless, deeming at least for now I will live. I awaken in the recovery room, the fluorescent light overbearing. Smiling, the nurse tells me all seems well. Your growth turned out benign. My breasts remain intact. A small red line marks the incision in gratitude for my well-being. Out loud, I recite the Shema. However, I wonder, why this wake-up call? Why now?
Please. Please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer HaSadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'nehem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava. Melech Oser U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah, Rav LaHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mehakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, Umito Melech, Melech B'mito Mechayeh, Umatzmiya Yeshua, V'ne'emanat al hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh ha'akol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kdoshi b'chol yom yehalalu ha'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
Two words. Two words you don't want to hear. Breast cancer. Two words that women fear. You may think you're safe. You may think you're fine. But remember, breast cancer affects 1 in 9. I don't mean to scare you. It's just that I care. I'm telling you this so that you will be aware that early detection is your best key. So do self-exams and mammography.
Choose hope. There's a cloud overhead. You've gotten bad news. You can give up in fear or hope. You can choose. You can choose to have hope. You can choose to have faith. You can choose to have guidance if you just choose to pray. I know it's a struggle, moment by moment, to get through each day when you're feeling so broken. But if you look to the Lord, the God of all answers, there you'll find hope. There's hope in your prayers. And prayers are accessible, always at hand, and God hears them all. It's part of God's plan. So choose to be brave. Take hold of your fear. You choose to have hope when you choose to have prayer.
One good thing about my yearly mammogram. I'm in and out of there, I swear, in the blink of an eye, moving at warp speed, clothes peel to the waist in seconds flat. Motion lines blur, tremble on either side of me. I fight off demons that recur, mute their evil chatter. We found it once, we'll find it again. Steal a quick glance down at my watch. It's official. I'm in and out and on my way, I'd say in maybe half the time it takes everybody else.
Believe You Can, You're Halfway There, by survivor Lisa Vines. Almost 2 years cancer-free, early detection of breast cancer is a powerful gift, a reminder that hope is stronger than fear. Through faith, we find the courage to face uncertainty, knowing that no journey is walked alone. Each day becomes an opportunity to cherish life, embrace family, and lean on the support of loved ones who lift us up when we are weary. Together with hope, faith, and the early action of detection, we conquer what once seemed impossible by living each day with gratitude and purpose.
What you see ain't what you get. I've been sliced and diced and carved up nice, put back together with plastic and wire. I sashay forth, head high, chest out, take on the world I meet. So buddy, when the lights are low, the mood's right, we're feeling tight, I'll strip down to the skin I live in. You better be ready, brace your knees, stir that juice, 'cause I'm me, I'm one heck of a woman, and those knives didn't change me at all. More than 10 million Americans are living with cancer, and they demonstrate the ever-increasing possibility of living beyond cancer. Sheryl Crow.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et amecha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom rav tasim leolam, tasim leolam.
Page 19.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
At present, we are praying for the recovery of Rob Zelonki, Susan Mora, Brenda Leek, Karen Holst, Joe Manriguez, Jeff Shear, Susie Wolfson, my colleague and friend Rabbi Howard Leibson, Ellen Goldsmith, Kathleen Schmidt, Isaiah Mauricio, Ann Jenkins, Sherry Held, Jim Greenspan, Ted Levoot, Sue Rubin, Tom Mitchell, Estelle Windhorst, Ann Smith, Christine Smith, Sue Craven, Lori Wiesel, Robert Hagler, Sandy Levy, Susan Taylor, Henrietta Goitzman de Moya, Or Levy, Daron Steinbrecher, who are hostages, and the released hostage Noah Argamani, and the parents of Hirsch Goldberg Poland of blessed memory, Rachel Goldberg Poland and John Poland, and Yardena Bat Esther Jordy Glassner. Are there people on the musical side of the pulpit that would like to have a name added? If so, please call out that name. Is there someone in the center speaking part of the pulpit that would like? Thank you. And just as we move across. Thank you. And we pray for the people in the path of the two hurricanes and people that fight on behalf of our country and Israel and wars around the world. We continue with the second half of Misha Berach, the top of page 19.
What cancer cannot do? It cannot cripple love. It cannot shatter hope. It cannot corrode faith. It cannot destroy peace. It cannot kill friendship. It cannot suppress memories. It cannot silence courage. It cannot invade the soul. It cannot steal eternal life. It cannot conquer the spirit.
So as is our practice, We give opportunities for the thoughts and prayers within our hearts to have an opportunity to be brought up from deep inside into a place where we're more aware of what we're praying for and what our needs are and what we want for those dearest to us. So as Danny plays some music, I invite us all to pause and reflect before we continue with the service.
For our keynote speaker tonight, I'd like to invite Melissa Rudolph and Ricky Sin and Lily Sin to talk about their nonprofit organization. Do you guys want to go here?
Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Although we are one day past November, my parents and I are excited to be here to talk to you during our Pink Shabbat service about a breast cancer organization that we are involved in called Runway for Recovery. To introduce ourselves, for those of you that don't know us, my name is Lily, and this is my mom, Melissa, and my dad, Ricky.
I'm going to talk a little bit about Runway for Recovery, who we are, how my family got connected with this non-profit organization. Runway for Recovery is a breast cancer non-profit organization that was founded in New England in 2007. Our executive director, Olivia Bogger, lost her mother to breast cancer when she was only 20 years old, and she searched for a way to honor her mother's legacy. While most breast cancer organizations are focused on finding a cure, Runway for Recovery is different in that it provides wraparound grants to families who have lost a loved one to the disease or those who have a caregiver living with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Runway uses the money that is raised to fund families between $10,000 to $30,000 per year for services such as tutoring, childcare, therapy, extracurricular activities, and groceries, to name a few. There's also a dedicated team of social workers that are available to families throughout their fundings to help them navigate the grief process and or cancer diagnosis. And so, every dollar raised at our Southern California event, which you'll hear a little bit more about later, will go right to work supporting those families for whom the cure did not come in time. This photo is from our very first runway show when the three of us walked in the 16th annual show in Boston in 2002. A little background. I met Olivia, our executive founder, when Melissa and I were living in Boston, and by chance, because I believe God puts people and situations where you need them the most, we met on a random ski trip. My fraternity brother in AE Pi happened to be in the same place and invited me to spend a weekend with some of his friends. And through mutual shared love of Labradors, she had these two awesome Labradors, and the fact that she was a teacher, a friendship grew. And as our friendship grew, I heard about this organization that she had started to honor her mother. And at that time, it was really small. Her very first runway show had about 10 models. They did it, I believe, in the backyard for house, put out some Christmas or holiday lights, and about 10 models walked down the runway, and they raised $5,000 and sent it to an organization in Colorado that helped children impacted by breast cancer. And at that time, didn't have a direct nexus, but I really kept in touch because I really I thought what she did was powerful. And I would not know that not too long down the road, we would lose my sister, Rachel, in 2017 at the age of 35 to metastatic breast cancer. And it was a really hard time. Cancer sucks for everybody. And for us, it impacted each of us in different ways. I lost a sister. My parents lost a daughter. My wife lost a sister-in-law. And Lily lost her auntie, her cuckoo. And so it's within this grief that I needed a way to grieve. And I needed a way to come out of that grief. And I always remembered through all the years that Olivia had this organization. And I thought about it and I said, we need to find a way. I need to find a way to make an impact. So I talked to Melissa, talked to Lily, and we reached out to Olivia and we said, hey, Olivia, you're doing this awesome work in Boston. How about we do this and bring this out to Southern California? And from there, with a whole lot of support and love from family, friends, those that we care about the most, many in the room here today, we put on our very first Runway for Recovery show in Southern California. And this upcoming January will be our third annual show. And that's a little background about how we came to be. Next slide.
Who we support.
Can you choose the screen? Next slide.
Oh,
there you go. You can read the screen.
Our family grant program provides wraparound services for families facing the unimaginable during and after a breast cancer diagnosis. Next slide. Models represent every demographic, race, ethnicity, and age, because breast cancer affects everyone. Since 2007, 850 models have been celebrated, 10,000 guests and donors inspired, and $2.5 million gone to funding families. This money can go towards summer camp fees, meal support, counseling services, and child care services and tutoring. Next slide. Runway for Recovery provides families with a continuum of support along their journey with breast cancer. We create community by hosting events and providing services that create joy and inspire hope. With shared understanding, we celebrate survivors, honor legacies, and fund families who have experienced loss or an unimaginable diagnosis.
So what do we do actually as Runway for Recovery? So we'll talk about a couple different events, but we really strive to redefine the experience for those that have either lost a loved one, lost a parent to breast cancer, or those that are dealing with the unimaginable diagnosis of stage 4 breast cancer. So the photos that you see up on the screen right now, so as Ricky talked about, Boston has had shows. They just celebrated their 18th runway show last week, and they raised over $600,000 in that one event. So they'll be able to fund probably 70 families in the Boston area. So when we came out to Southern California, our first year was in 2023. We did our first runway show here, and these are photos from it. So Ricky, Lily, and I spoke during the event, and then you can go back up. And as you can see, Lily actually danced the runway in honor of her Auntie Rachel. And so as we've been talking a lot about, Runway for Recovery raises funds to support these stage 4 breast cancer patients and their families. But as a community, we really try to focus on all stages of breast cancer and really welcome them in to celebrate their journeys as well. So the next slide. Our models for our show encompass all stages on that continuum of breast cancer. So to be a model or somebody who dances on our runway, you don't have to actually be a model. You can be any one of us, including Lily, Ricky, and I have done it. But you can be a previver, which is somebody that's predispositioned to breast cancer. You could be somebody that's currently in treatment. You could be somebody that's completed treatment. Some people don't like to use the word survivor, so we use the completed treatment term. You could be a metastatic breast cancer patient undergoing treatment still, or a legacy model like Lily was in that picture, or Ricky and Lily and I did in Boston. And then this last year, Lily walked the runway with her grandparents too, with Rachel's parents, so that they could all celebrate and honor her legacy during that day. This was the end of that first night. So our first show, when we held it, we didn't really know what to expect. It was, this hope that in bringing it out to Southern California, we could rally a community around us. And like Ricky said, with the help of our family and friends, we had 250 people in the room. We had 30 models, and we raised over $150,000 in that first year. We've supported multiple large family grants. I work at St. Joseph Hospital, and we've been fortunate to connect through their cancer center to be able to find metastatic breast cancer families or patients and their families so that we could directly impact their lives. It was pretty incredible. This last year, we got to actually meet some of the families that we funded, and I'll show you a picture later on of one of them. And to hear their story and to hear the real impact that we made on these children's lives, that we could keep their lives going in somewhat of a normal pattern while their parent was dealing with this diagnosis, was pretty incredible. And this is a great quote from one of our metastatic breast cancer families. It's a night for us to bring magic into our lives. This is the night of the runway show. We're able to dance freely, connect with other people who are going through similar journeys as us. It's just so much energy and so much love, and at that time you forget that you're actually sick, and it's just so powerful. So you can go on to the next slide. All right. Here we go, how you can help.
How you can help. Next slide, please. So one of the beautiful things we love, and one of the reasons why we wanted to bring Runway for Recovery out to Southern California, and it was a wonderful way to heal. But one of the other beautiful parts is that my sister, like many of those affected by breast cancer, she was a light, and that light shone brightly, and she loved her friends, her family, she loved her community, she loved her faith deeply, and in finding a way to honor Rachel, this organization does many different ways to do that, not just with the runway show. We have a couple different programs. One of them we just recently held, and it's called Playing for Pink. And Playing for Pink, we have high schoolers lead the charge into bringing more awareness to breast cancer. And we are the proud uncle and aunt, and for Lily, the cousin of Trent Porter, our nephew, who took charge, and he said that I want to help. I want to play a part in this. And him, along with his water polo team, a whole lot of love from parents Dana and Toby. These boys took it upon themselves to help bring awareness to La Habra High School. They talked to the admin, they talked to their fellow students at La Habra High School. And this program they did at a water polo match. And through their efforts, they raised over $1,500. And not only is that impactful, but it really was a wonderful way to show us the great things when you care and love. And we couldn't be any prouder of our nephew, of those boys on the La Habra water polo team, and also the La Habra High School community. And so Playing for Pink is one of the programs that also Runway for Recovery does.
So there's other ways that we impact or we try to raise funds. So Playing for Pink was one activity. We also do other what we call Rally for Runway events. So we've had yoga studios or exercise classes where studios have donated time and allowed us to use their space to raise funds. But another piece here is, we have a way to make an impact just as a community on these families and these kids. And really tonight we're here to share, our love for Runway for Recovery and our connection with it, but also to let you guys have an opportunity to also be a part of this community if there's ways that you think you might be able to help. And so here are just a list of questions to kind of think about as you're sitting here listening to us. Is there somebody maybe in your world that might be interested in sponsoring our event? Somebody that's been impacted by breast cancer, like we talked about, those different types of models, somebody that wants to model in our event. We're still looking for 10 more models for our January 25th, 2025 show, if anybody is interested. And we have models of all ages. I think one of our favorite models last year was one of Ricky's good friends, a mother-in-law, who is a stage 4 cancer patient, but at 75, she was able to dance down the runway with her daughter and her granddaughter, and it was quite a beautiful night for them, and she's really hoping that she gets back on the stage this January. So we can have models from kids all the way through to adults. And then additionally, if you want to attend our event, our tickets actually will go on sale in about 2 weeks, so I'll make sure to get that information out to the temple, so if you are interested. A little more information about the event. The next slide. There you go. So here's actually our information about our runway show. So our first 2 years, we held it at the Marconi Automotive Museum in Tustin, which is a wonderful location. They also are a nonprofit organization. If you're interested in looking at cars, you should definitely go there. I'll put a shout out to them. But fortunately, we outgrew the event space. And we're hoping this year we moved down to Newport, so we'll be at the Balboa Bay Resort. We're hoping for 50 models, over 300 guests, and really hoping to expand that ability to fund families in our area. And then we also use local brands, so local clothing stores are the ones that dress our models, so if you have any connections in that space as well, let us know. Next slide.
So this slide embodies everything that Runway for Recovery stands for. Modeling courage, love endures, community, family, legacies, and what I think is most importantly, Runway's motto. The runway is shorter when we walk together. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you.
And we'll be available to answer any questions afterwards, or if there's any, if you want to chat with us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Please rise if you are able.
Aleinu leishtabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nehemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please remain standing. Okay. Please sit.
Peace prayer. Should I look this up? I'm just going to knock it off like we did at Whatever, it's fine. Up and down. Holy One of Blessing, Bimah amakim karaticha Adonai. We cry out to you from our broken hearts and our yearning hearts, asking you for the protection of human life. We hold our Jewish family in shared heartache until every captive is home. Kulanu shvuim, kulanu chatufim. We are all held hostage. Please, God, bring them home to their families. We know that every human being is a whole world, and we mourn all the innocent worlds destroyed by war and violence and extremism in our time. We stand before you, united in sorrow, with all the people of the world, Jews, Muslims and Christians, Israelis, Palestinians, Druze, Lebanese, everyone created in your own image. We pray, we cry out for an end to war. We will never give up on the dream of a world in which every person can thrive. Holy One, as the darkness grows, help us remember that every one of us is called to lift up your vision for humanity. Shalom, shalom, lirachok v'lirakov. May that the whole world one day be at peace.
I said to Ricky, I couldn't have made it without my bandana. It's a sign that your heart was open if you were teary, so thank you all for sharing. I think if we don't have moments when we cry, it means our hearts are sort of encrusted over. And I appreciate the work that you do that helps us know how we can deal with our broken hearts. And it's important that you give us ways of helping. I am adding something to the program, but don't worry, because we need a transition because breast cancer has taken many lives. It is something that has affected so many people that it's rightfully a service, where our tears flowed. So I think if you just want to stand and wave to someone and say Shabbat Shalom, happy to talk to you, because it's really been heavy. So at least look to someone whose house he didn't wake up in. And in a moment, I'm going to read the names of the people whose birthdays and anniversaries are this week. So it's in my calendar. My folder here is November Simchas. But we also have to acknowledge that we have an election this coming Tuesday. So my brother wrote the following reflection. Ribono shel olam, master of the universe, Yedid nefesh, beloved of the soul. We humans address you by so many names, each reflecting an intuition or experience of something beyond us and something within us. We reach out to you even when we are uncertain about the efficacy of prayer. Talking to you, God, can help us discern our hopes, our fears, capabilities, and responsibilities. Talking to you can help us cultivate courage to speak up, confidence to act, compassion for all. As Election Day nears, our nation is filled with angst and anger. Help us, O God, to rise above it and fulfill our sacred responsibility to vote for leaders on every level who will serve and inspire us to do so as well with humility and integrity, respect, empathy for the diversity of beliefs and backgrounds of the people of this country, the United States of America. In the midst of this dark time, may you help us remember our common humanity and shared destiny. This month, we have so many happy people. The following individuals, or it's the assumption that they're happy. The following people will be celebrating the birthdays, and then I'll read the anniversaries. Morris Faber's birthday is today. Sienna Hammer, Victoria Jacobs on Sunday. Howard Levoot, the 5th. Ted Singer, the 5th. Did you guys know that? Okay, birthday buddies. I'm late to the party. You guys have known each other a long time. Debbie Greenbaum, Sergio Sanchez Guzman on the 8th. Rita Rubin, the 13th. Elaine Sacker, the 14th. Gerald Hammer. Eli Fenton Strauss. Betty Maddock, Betty, the 22nd. Karen Youngman, other birthday buddies. Benjamin Green, we know that guy. Hilda Sugarman, Andrea Almada. Eileen Bignella on the 30th. And Charlotte Ross. The 5 couples celebrating anniversaries this month are Brad and Debbie Greenbaum, Melody and Mark Volan, Justin and Becky Marinick, Ted and Terry Levoot, and Stephen and Lori Wiesel. Is there anyone else present who has a birthday in November or is related to someone whose anniversary is this month? Anyone want to add a name? We can't just add difficult things. We should add to the celebration. So if you are one of those people whose names I was called, I invite you to come forward as we prepare to say the kaddish in a couple minutes. But at this time, I will want to do, as we do every week, is to mention the names of the people for whom kaddish is being said. This week, we continue to observe Shiva or Shloshim. At this point, it's Shloshim, 30 days after Laura Block died, the wife of Barry Block and the daughter-in-law of Sandy Block. Please, if you're coming forward, be seated. Guys, if you're here, just find a seat. It's fine. It's going to be a couple minutes. The people for whom the kaddish of the year is being said: Sarah Braver, Stephen Richmond, Dr. Bernard Goldfarb, Sanford Levinson, George Iribar, Diane Wadowski, Marianne Kravitz, Nadav Farhi, Don Anthony Fagan, Bertha Cienfuegos, Peter Heitman, Connie Tarnopol, Howard Hoffman, Bardia Lajavardi, Erno Ross, Val Paivo, Don Witt, Judy Cole, Jose Zimmerman, Joseph Glazer, Ken Kravitz, Ralph Peter Folsom, Adrian, Scott Held, and David Scharf. Hi, I didn't see you before, Elaine. Welcome. The people for whom yahrzeit is being observed this week, for the folks that don't recognize that word, either here or online, those are people that died at this season in years gone by. Steve Stein, Mark Herberg, Ralph Joseph Levin, Al Fogel, Pauline Lefton, Louis Mann, Dr. Edward Brockman, Sigmund Goran, Henry Diamond, Samuel Levoot, Rigo Garcia, Jal Ursis, Rose Rotner, Allison Glazer, Harriet Hirsch, Katie Ahrens, Abraham Nesson, Kyle Goldstein, Rory Allen Green, and Sherry Lynn Marks. Are there people here who have loved ones or friends that fall into any of those categories? If not, I invite everyone to return to what we usually do, which is to have the entire community rise and support those who are saying kaddish. The kaddish appears on page 22. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam Omei Omaya Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudusha berichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Howard, you can represent everyone here. Page 5, if you have a Sidur. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Let's read it in English. Last week we warbled through the Hebrew. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with your mitzvot. In love and favor, you, God, made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. It may only be grape juice, but I invite you both to say l'chaim and take a sip. We will do motzi in the back. Thank you all for being here, supporting the women and the men in the community for whom breast cancer has been a part of their lives. It isn't only the women, some men also get breast cancer, but it's also the men who have supported their wives and mothers and partners. And everyone's already up here. Miriam's song.
And now, the Miriam song.
Sorry, I have to get that way.
Yeah. We're gonna go back to that. Yeah, we can go back.
Play my guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Turn this on. I don't want you to hear me.
So while we're waiting, I'm going to share a quick story. The actual tambourine I'm holding is from my friend Shelley, and it says Hakisesha Miriam. So it's actually a Miriam tambourine. So after the service, you're welcome to look at the tambourine that I'm holding. Yeah, Amazon, maybe. From my friend.
You're welcome to dance, but otherwise you don't have to stand if you don't want to.
Miriam song.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took the timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song and sang with praise and might. We just lived through a miracle, we're gonna dance tonight. And the women, and the Want to give me your phone?